This is the audience for my narrative speech. Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Abraham Howell, and welcome to my speech of Aesop's The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Now, this is a narrative speech, so I'm going to be telling the story, and my purpose of the speech is to inform you. So, start things off. If I told you 2 lies and expected you to believe me a 3rd time, how would you feel? Now, you're probably thinking you just wouldn't believe me because you would think I'd be lying to you a 3rd time, how I did before. And that is the dilemma we were faced with in The Boy Who Cried Wolf by Aesop. So basically, the story is about a boy who is notorious for telling lies. But one day, the boy finds himself in real trouble, but when he calls for help, no one believes him. And so I've heard the story the same way many of you probably have, told by someone who aimed to teach me a story, like that could have a lesson in my life that I could use for, in my life later on. But I've taken a deeper look into the story in order to bring you guys this speech and, to have a better understanding of this. Now, what you guys should learn from this speech is that you should never create the reputation of being a liar. And here's a simple retelling of the story that we can use to explain why. So basically, there was once a shepherd boy who herded sheep on a ranch near a village. One day, while he was sitting around bored, there was nothing to do, so he remembered what his master had said to him upon seeing a wolf. He told the boy that he should ask for help from the nearby village people who would ward off the wolf. So the boy, being mischievous, hatched a plan to have some fun. Even though he had seen no wolf, he would shout, "Wolf, wolf." So he did, and here came the village people who would drop all of their work to come to the boy's aid. But instead of seeing a wolf, there was just a boy who sat there and laughed at them. So a few days later, the boy decided to try it again. He once more cried, "Wolf, wolf." And the village people dropped all their work again, rushed to the ranch a second time, but again, instead of seeing a wolf, they were met with a boy who just simply laughed at them. Then, one evening, as it was getting late, a wolf slipped out from under the dark woods, rushing to the boy's sheep. The boy, in terror, once more yelled, "Wolf, wolf," and this time he was being serious. But when the villagers heard him, they simply ignored it. And they thought they weren't going to be deceived by what they thought was another one of the boy's tricks. And that day, the wolf killed a great many of the boy's sheep, and it all could have been avoided had he never lied in the first place. So this brings me to my first point, that no one ever believes liars, even if what they're saying is true. And this is why we should never take advantage of people's good intentions by making a mockery of them. So, as we can see in the story, the people of the village have no problem helping the boy. They drop all their work to do so, and the boy recognizes this, but instead of realizing it was a mistake, he just laughs at the goodwill people and continues to play jokes on them. Now, after the people realize the boy is a liar, they no longer rush to help him. Now, this brings me to my second point. We should always remember that being a liar leads to bad consequences. So had the boy never lied to the villagers, his sheep would have survived. In the story, we see this. The boy suffers the great loss of his ranch after the villagers did not rush to his aid. And the reason they didn't rush to his aid is because he was perceived as being a liar by them. So had he never lied in the first place, he would have never lost his ranch. And my final point is that a minute's amusement and laughter is never worth the outcome of deceiving others and poking fun at them. And this is seen in the story as the boy, who gained a minute's, maybe a little bit of laughter and amusement from tricking the village people, but eventually he ended up losing his own ranch because of lying, which the consequences of his actions were not worth the minute's little bit of joy he got. Now, so we come to the end of this speech. We should remember that we should never create a reputation of being a liar. This is because no one will ever believe you if you're a liar, even if you're telling the truth. Lying leads to terrible consequences, and the amusement we might gain from telling lies does not last very long. So in conclusion, as you did not think I was telling the truth after telling the 2 lies, you should never create a poor image by continuing to lie. Thank you for listening to this speech, and have a nice day.